Hey guys, 7WB Rocks here. Thank you so much for joining me on episode 43 of Saturday Night's Kickout. But I'm joined by an awesome guest who it took like no freaking, it was like 5 minutes ago. I was like, hey, you want to do this? And he was like, yeah. So plug your stuff.
WWE TNA 1152 or my new name, or my other name, like because it just makes sense regarding me as a person, the wrestling asshole.
You can, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Your side channel? Anything? No? Twitter?
Twitter's at Charles Ponke, Ponke, and then Ponke the White Kid is my other YouTube channel where I just do stupid stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome stuff. I love it. All right, dude, we're about to jump into wrestling. And it's been a busy week. It's been kind of a crappy week, but second half of the week was better. But we're going to have to go through crap. I want to start 50 feet of crap, and then we're just going to work our way up. So first off, no Ring of Honor talk on this episode because I did a 30-minute review of it. Please go check that out, my last video. And that was a really fun show. But we're going to go to a fun show to a very crappy show. Money in the Bank. Would you say the worst Money in the Bank pay-per-view in the world?
It was so bad. So bad. I was just, I don't know. I can't even say anything. It was too bad. That's it.
Like, that's exactly how I would put it. Because even the Money in the Bank ladder match, the first one, just no big spots. I think the one big spot, is, and I hate to say that because, it's a ladder match and they're like putting their bodies on the line, but I think it was the zigzag off the ladder. That was the biggest spot. There was no like Neville hitting in a crazy high flying move or toe feet. Sheamus winning it, I thought was just awful. How he grabbed him by the nose and just pulled back. Like, why didn't he just like bro kick him off a ladder or something?
It was, in my opinion, the worst Money in the Bank ladder match I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I seriously would think that too. Just like no, and then there's a stupid. Like Orton going RKO crazy is awesome, but that's like a given in any Randy Orton match ever with multiple people. He's gonna RKO them all. He did the same spot where he pulled the guy's leg out from under him and RKO'd him. And Jerry Lawler was like, "We have never seen that before," and we're like, "We saw it like last year. Like it literally happened last year."
They just don't understand.
They don't understand. Kevin Owens versus Cena was the only good part of the pay-per-view. Ladder match. We didn't review the show, did we? No, we didn't review the show. So what did you think of Rollins versus Ambrose? Because I don't think I even heard what you said.
Like, the show was just terrible, and then we got to the main event, and everyone's thinking, oh, this should just, like, steal the show, even though Owens and Cena just happened. This should just top that. Nope. Slow pace. Couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Finish was stupid.
This is why I know, like, I think Cena versus Owens is going to happen again for the title whenever. Let's just say Battleground, SummerSlam, I don't care. I think it needs to main event because everyone is just so done after their matches. No one can carry on after the pay-per-view. Like, people are like, well, the pay-per-view's still going on. I think Owens and Cena should main event no matter what pay-per-view they're at next.
That should happen, but I know it won't, especially at Battleground because Lesnar and Rollins, and then at SummerSlam, Lesnar's going to be in another match, and that's going to probably be main event. So,
yeah, but that is true. But I don't know. It seems like whoever is the main event, they need to be like talk to Owens and Cena and be like, guys, what are you doing so we know we can have a better match than that? I think it needs to be better. But yeah, I agree. Slow pace. Couldn't get into it, and finish was kind of stupid, but Rollins won on his own, so I guess that's cool. Ambrose couldn't be like, you cheated. He legit won on his own.
They had some cool spots in there, though, but just like, I don't know, it was hard to get into at all. And it went like 34 minutes, I think.
It was a long pay-per-view because people were saying when it first started, they were like, there's no way this is going to the end of the pay-per-view. Like, cash-in's going to happen or something. Yeah, they went a long time.
Sheamus is stupid. Why did you cash in? I don't know.
People were tweeting, being like, he is really stupid if he does not cash in. But he's doing some, like, dumb thing where he has a picture on Twitter where it's like, if you feel it's a good opportunity for him to cash in, you, like, retweet it or something. But that's just WWE creative being like, the fans have a say in this when really we don't. Because Sheamus wouldn't be Money in the Bank champ to begin with.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's shift into Raw because that's next. I don't know. That's next in my notes. That's my segue right there. All right, so Owens owned Raw basically. Called out Cena, didn't really. I don't know. Powerbombed him at Money in the Bank, had him crippled. So Owens is basically saying that after Cena wanted to shake his hand and get the spotlight again to himself, that now it is all about the United States Championship. So at first, this feud wasn't about it. Now he wants to take everything Cena has. So I think that was kind of cool, and I'm excited for their big match. When do you think it will happen?
If I was WWE, I'd do it at SummerSlam and like possibly add like a stipulation, maybe like 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah.
Maybe even an Iron Man. I don't even know. Like they can do an Iron Man and go like the whole 60 minutes and overtime or something. That'd be pretty good.
I would want it at SummerSlam, but I've been hearing they're thinking about doing Brock versus Owens at SummerSlam, and I'm just like, that would be freaking insane.
If they do that at SummerSlam, I'll buy it 50 times.
I'm hoping not, because I'm thinking this is the selfish part of me again. I'm thinking if they do that or Brock has a big match, he's gonna come back at Night of Champions, and I'm gonna miss Night of Champions live. So I'm like, I really don't want to. I don't want any of them. I want Kevin Owens' flight to be canceled so he can't get to the arena, so I don't miss him. That's how selfish I am. But yeah, and then he versed Ziggler in a match on Raw, which was a really good match. He won, of course. But the big story really is Ziggler's contract is about to expire, and he might not come back because he feels like he's not being, put in that position that he easily can carry because he's the freaking best. He's Ziggler. But that would be really disappointing if Ziggler left. Like, I feel like that's a guy they really need because he makes people look good, but he needs to be put over well. So
he does.
I'm just sad. And then we'll get to the TNA one later, but that's just so disappointing. But let's get to your cheap plug because I'm ready for this. Machine Gun Kelly had a concert, a little song, which was quite garbage. If you like him, whatever. But I hate that kind of.
Everyone was saying he was pretty good. Like, I think it was Ryan and Amos. They were all like, it wasn't bad. I'm like, you guys are, what's wrong with you? What?
Your tone, bro. No, that was pretty much garbage. Like, I did not enjoy it at all. But if you're a fan of him and you're watching this, then good for you. I didn't like it. It's not my type of music. But end of the freaking song, he, Kevin Owens comes out, and, Machine Gun Kelly pushes him, and then Owens just kicks him, and he falls down just, over the whatever it is, the stage
logo.
Yeah, he falls over that, and then Kevin Owens just picks him up and just power bombs him off the stage. I thought it was tables at first, but then they didn't, the camera angle didn't follow him, so I was like, was there something down there that, cushioned his fall? And yeah, it was a stunt thing or whatever, but still, really cool. He powerbombed the guy to end it, but if you want to watch that video and you haven't, Charles, tell them where they can find it.
WWE TNA 1152, that's on my channel. It's not misleading. I don't mislead like other people. It literally says Kevin Owens power bombs MGK off the stage or something similar to that. I don't know the exact wording, but yeah.
I swear, when I clicked on it, I legit was like, this is going to be some weird noise thing that you did on another video that I'm not really going to get into, but I was it's a trick. I was like, this is going to end badly. I'm going to turn my volume all the way down, shut the doors. My parents don't think I'm doing anything because you did that on the other video. But no, it's legit him getting powerbombed. So, dude, hats off to you for not misleading people. That's good stuff. All right. All right, we're going to go to NXT. Oh, no, we're not. We're not even close. All right, I'm going to speed this up. Bray Wyatt called out Reigns. He held a picture of Reigns and his daughter, so now we got real. Reigns is like, I'm going to kill you. You want Reigns and Bray Wyatt to happen? What are your feels on this feud?
Bray Wyatt's just ruined. Reigns is going to win. I just don't even care at this point. I don't know. Bray Wyatt's dead to me.
Dude, it sucks. It seemed like at one point I was like, they are going to put the title on him right off the bat. Let's do this. And then I don't know what happened. I really do not know what happened to that character and to him.
He could have been like the next freaking Undertaker, and they took him and they threw him in the trash.
They really did. It just felt like after the Taker feud, he was just like back. He like acted like it didn't happen. Like he lost and he just went back to calling people out, which was right back or whatever. But I was just like, they legit just had him lose to Undertaker and go on like nothing happened. Like that was disappointing. Very disappointing. And yeah, I think Reigns is gonna win the feud, but whatever. Hopefully it's somewhat good. Hopefully it gives direction towards Bray Wyatt. We'll see. Anyway, ending the show, Seth Rollins was like, hey, or Authority was like, I'm going to pick your opponent. Seth Rollins was like, let's do it. And they're like, it's not going to be John Cena. It's not going to be Dean Ambrose. It's not going to be Roman Reigns. It's not going to be Kane. Not going to be blah, blah, blah. Naming everybody on the roster. It's not going to be Zack Ryder. And so he's like, well, who is it? And then Brock Lesnar comes out and eats him. All right, moving on. No. He came out and they just did a stare off and Seth Rollins left. So that was cool. But Brock versus Rollins happened at Battleground. I'm kind of shocked they didn't hold that off till SummerSlam. But, Brock had more pay-per-views. That's cool. So what do you think about that?
Hasn't done good at all in the past, I'm pretty sure, regarding buys. So I guess it makes sense. And then I just couldn't take that seriously of Brock coming down after what happened at Mania.
Yeah.
On the night after on Raw. I can't see him just coming out and just staring in the guy's face that stole the title from him. He should have came out there and like German suplexed him off like the top rope through the announce table into the crowd on fire. He's Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar's on fire, not the crowd. He's on fire. No, but yeah, you bring up a good point. I didn't even think about that. Like last time Brock was in the ring with Rollins, he killed like a camera, Michael Cole. He killed 2 announcers and for 3 announcers, flipped the table on them. And yeah, you're right. That's kind of strange, but I stared at him
back. He's like, hey.
He's like, hey, we're gonna remain calm during this segment. And then he sees him leaving the ring. He's like, I'm just gonna stare at you this entire time. No, you'd grab him and just throw him to the moon. Just kill him. But gosh.
Would have made more sense that way.
It would have. It really would have. But moving on, NXT. Who is Finn Balor? That was the question. They had a really good promo package type deal, which kind of makes me think with all these promo packages and them like showing him in like a nice suit and then like it like freaking out the video and then showing him in the face paint. I kind of think he's gonna win the title on July 4th in Japan, against Owens. It kind of makes me feel that way, but do you think that?
When is Battleground?
Battleground is, I don't know. I was just going to make up a random date, but I don't know.
If Battleground's after that Tokyo show and Owens lose the belt to Balor, that's going to make him just
that's
go downhill from there, especially if Cena beats him. If they have a match at Battleground, I don't know. Or even a SummerSlam, it wouldn't even matter.
That's true. I'm just wondering, how are they're trying to do that shift to the main roster with him, but it seems like with the NXT title, it's going to be hard to make him lose it, but still have credibility in these feuds with like Cena and the others. So yeah, that's a good point. I think it'd be really cool though if he won in Japan, but I don't know. We'll see. But good video package. Becky Lynch talked about how like without Finn Balor, she would be like nowhere. Like he trained her and stuff, and she cried, and it was like cool thing. Like I wish they would do more of that, and they showed like his actual self. Like Fergal Devitt didn't show just like the character, but good stuff. And then Owens versus Samoa Joe was the main event. So I don't know why they didn't hold this off. I'm guessing because this is when Joe was still part-time contract. He wasn't a full-time contract, so they didn't really know where the whole thing was going with Joe. But it was a really good match. Like kind of slow at the start, but it really picked up at the end. And Charles, you're never gonna know. I'm just gonna go to the next set. No, I'm just kidding. Count out. No, it was like they both left the ring. Owens went to like run, and Joe came back and just started pounding on, and the ref was like, "Get back in the ring, guys! I'm trying to hold order." And then they just like legit sandwiched the ref like in the middle, and like he fell down, and then called for the disqualification. So it was like a count out disqualification type deal. And then they just went to killing each other after. So they were just fighting the entire time.
Great. WWE ruined.
Dude.
They hyped you up for nothing.
There wasn't going to be a clear winner, like in all honesty. But Joe is having his final Ring of Honor appearance, like as we speak. So that's cool.
Good.
That was some good insight. Thanks, man. All right. So moving on. Lucha Underground. I messed up last week. I said something really. Is that okay if we moved on? I didn't even ask you.
Dude, I don't even care.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. It's my show. Whatever. No. Dude, Lucha Underground was last week, and I was like, Phoenix or Mil Muertes is like facing someone. I messed up. I said something totally wrong. Basically, to correct my mistake, Phoenix versus Mil Muertes for #1 contendership. So they verse whoever wins that gets to verse said champion, whoever that will be, after I get done talking about the Iron Man match at Ultima Lucha. That's what it's called? Yeah.
Yep.
WrestleMania. All right. Yep. Good. All right. So, yeah. Phoenix, Mil Muertes. I think that's this week. I don't know, but cool for them. And Iron Man match. Man, it was awesome. Dude, you saw some spots. Was it not awesome?
Yeah, I saw some GIFs while they were going because I was watching ROH and TNA instead, and I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I should turn into Lucha."
It was pretty cool. So like, if I like go in like the pinfalls and stuff, would you be angry or?
Dude, I don't care. Dude, I'm still gonna watch the match regardless because it looks freaking awesome. So, and I already know.
I'm gonna skip to the. Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna skip to the awesome parts. Basically, it was like 1-1. Like one got pinfall, other got the other. So 1-1, and that's when it really picked up. Like that was like 30 minutes, I want to say. So I don't want to say it was slow because it was Iron Man match. They had to face each other. But 1-1, 30 minutes into it. Let's do this. And Mundo just got Starship Pain or End of the World, he calls it. That's 2-1. Hits another move, 3-1. Hits another move, 4-1. So it's 4-1. So Mundo is like, I got this in the freaking bag. And basically he brings out 2 tables, then gets knocked out or something. Puma gets 2 tables. So they stack them up, 4 tables, and it looks like, someone's going to die. So they climb in the guardrail, climbing it, and Mundo super kicked Puma off the guardrail, and he fell to the floor. And I was like, I thought he was going to go through the tables, but he just fell to the floor. So I was like, wow, that wasn't the table spot. That was really cool. So he got super kicked in the face. Then they get brought up, or Mundo climbs up where the band plays, which is really high up, and it was right next to the tables. And he just starts singing on the microphone. He's like, come on, band, play a song in my victory. And so they start playing a song, and then Puma makes his way up there with them. And I think Puma smashes Mundo over the head with the guitar, but it could have been opposite. Mundo hit him with the car, but I don't know. Smash his head, spears him off. They smash through the guardrails and just smash through tables. And it was like an insane spot. Like I thought that they had died. Like Mundo was all bloodied up. They came back from the show from a commercial after that, and they showed replays. So it was like, wow, Lucha Underground never shows replays. So show replays of that. They get thrown back in the ring, and Puma pins them off that. So it's 4-2. Then Puma gets another pin, so it's 4-3. And this is after a bunch of moves. I'm just saying it, to against the show to make it not long. But 4-3, and then Mundo's like, it's 4-3, and it's like 10 minutes left. Bro, I'm leaving. So he just runs around the ring. So for a good while, they're just running around the ring. And Mundo's like, bro, I got this in the bag. So he runs up the stairs, the temple stairs are freaking gargantuan. They're long. And then he's just up there, and he's like, Puma, you suck. I lost. I'm, Victor. And he just gets blindsided, just gets attacked. And the fans are just like, oh, la, 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 la. They're just screaming in Spanish. And they're like, what happened? And then Alberto El Patron comes out, just looks pimping as, fudge. It's insane. And he throws them down the stairs, beats the crap out of them, throws them back. Puma gets the pin, so it's 4-4. And then Patron's like, Mundo, if you win, I'm going to kill you. Puma, if you win, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm going to beat you. So have fun, guys. And then Patron leaves. So 4-4. They're just, going after each other, fist flying, everything. And Puma ends up hitting 630 with like 15 seconds left. and gets the pinfall and wins it for 5-4. So really good Iron Man match. Like, it was really impressive. The table spot's freaking insane. And then Mundo running around the ring I thought was funny because I always felt like in Iron Man matches, I was like, the guy's up by a pinfall or 2 pinfalls or whatever it may be. Why not just run around the ring or just run into the back and be like, so long, losers. It's no disqualification. So I thought that was a good spot. And then Patron coming. So I'm thinking El Patron versus Mundo at Ultima Lucha. So maybe that happens. I don't know. Charles, you probably know because you're a freaking spoiler, man.
Yeah.
Does it happen? No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Who cares? All right, so awesome Iron Man match. Like, definitely check it out. Like, it's an Iron Man match. I mean, come on. And it's Lucha Underground. It's awesome. So, yeah. You got anything to say about that?
That 630 looked awesome. And then when Puma hit him, he bounced off of him. Did you see that? Like, he hits his stomach, he just kind of bounces and falls back down. I was like, oh, my God.
Puma's insane, man. Puma's awesome. I would love to see him versus Ricochet. All right, moving on. TNA. TNA, awful, awful, awful show. And don't be like putting in the comments saying you're a WWE sheep or oh blah blah blah. You think WWE's awesome. How did we start this show, Charles? How did we start it with Money in the Bank? How?
I don't remember.
By bashing it. That's how. We said we hate WWE and everything they. No, we didn't say that, but we were like, Money in the Bank, you suck. That was crap. We had 3 segments for Raw. That probably means it wasn't that good. TNA, awful show. And if you liked it, good for you. I just don't see how anybody could like that show. I just don't.
I think I gave it an F.
Yeah, you did. I watched your review. Thanks for inviting me to that, by the way.
Dude, you always say no, so I don't bother to ask anymore.
You gave it an F, and I was watching it, and I was like, I wish I could say something. Oh, wait, I'm watching it. I'm not in it.
Ryan and Austin were being generous. Like, they gave it, like, D's or something. They were rating the matches higher than I did.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. Dude, I get you. But let's hop in these segments. Let's hop in quick. Let's not talk. You talked a little too much during that Lucha Underground segment. I just want to point that out there. No, just kidding. just kidding. All right, so Angle, EC3 contract signing. It's going to happen July 1st. July 1st is not the date to Slammiversary. I know a lot of you are thinking July 1st is Slammiversary. Why wouldn't they have a world title match at Slammiversary? They're not. That's the thing. It's bogus. They're having a bell-to-bell. You're wheelchairing away. I just saw that.
Stupid.
What is that? Why you only have 2 a year? Slammiversary and Battle for Glory. Why would you not do the world title match? Like, why?
They said it's because they don't want to like do too many spoilers regarding it, but who gives a crap at this point?
Yeah.
You've done worse before. Like, we literally knew weeks in advance that like EY was gonna win the title from like Magnus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Magnus.
Forever. We knew Lashley was gonna win. We knew Rude was gonna win. Just all this. And then now they're thinking about, oh, maybe it's too much. Who cares? Stop it.
Well, if they think that, why not like in advance be like, hey, let's map these tapings out so we don't spoil anything like at a pay-per-view. They knew they were gonna have some anniversary. There was no like, I want to cry. But before we get back into TNA or all that, the taping yesterday or whatever, Friday, I don't know, Thursday, Wednesday, I don't know what night it's on. I'm going out of my mind. All right, so Gunner, he's gone from TNA. Vamos. What do you think?
Should have been world champ. They lost a good guy. And there's so many people on their roster that should not be there, and Gunner should. There's just, it's pathetic.
When he beat James Storm like 3 times because they kept doing a match and a new stipulation every time, and Gunner beat him every time, I was like, they're booking him world champion. He's gonna come out of this Storm feud as world champ. Go, let's make it happen. He just went nowhere after that. He beat Storm, and then it was just like, random feuds with Samuel Shaw and all Anderson or whatnot. I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken.
He deserved better. Rip Gunner.
Okay, he didn't die, but whatever.
The name is dead.
Yeah, all right, so that's cool. He's in PWG now. They've already announced it. No, they haven't. Don't believe me. But yeah, so Angle's gonna pick EC3's opponent this week, which was Bobby Lashley. Cool. EC3's gonna pick Angle's opponent next week, and then they're gonna have Bell to Bell July 1st, not at Slammiversary. So what's the point? What's the point?
What
Mom?
They should have done, since they already knew that the title match wasn't gonna be at Slammiversary, is they pick each other's opponents. They still wrestle at the pay-per-view against like the chosen opponents.
Yeah.
Like EC3 would go against Lashley, and then Angle would go against whoever EC3 is going to pick.
That's really smart. That's really smart because how they had Lashley lose this week, I'm already, spoiling the show, whatever. How they have EC3 beat Lashley, I'm going to talk about it, but I know you got to protect him because he's an MMA guy. He just had a fight. He won. Good for him. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with protecting the guy. If he has to lose, make him lose in a crazy way. But it just seemed like chair shot after chair shot, finisher. 3 refs came in, and he wouldn't get pinned. I'm like, do you have to pull out a gun and shoot Lashley? I don't know.
And it was sloppy.
It was the most. We're gonna get into this madness. Moving on. We're gonna get into this. All right, hold on. Moving on. Rude versus Eddie Edwards in a match that sounded really good. Bobby Roode versus Eddie Edwards. That sounds really cool. I could not get into it. I hate to say it, but I just couldn't get into it.
I couldn't either. I was like, oh, sweet. There should be like the one really good match on the show. Nope.
Yeah. Aries comes out, who Rude said earlier isn't in the building. Aries comes out to give him a chair, which ends up costing him the match. So the Wolves get to pick the stipulation for the next fight, which is going to be Full Metal Mayhem. But it's obviously going to go to the final match. So is that one not even going to have a stipulation? I don't know. I don't know. Is the 4th match? I know in the next week's episode is live, but is it 4th match is going to happen on the live episode?
Yeah.
Dude, then awesome. Let's do it. Full Metal Mayhem. Let's just ruin it. Let's just ruin the entire tag team division. All right. Bram versus Joseph Park. All right. You can take over the show. I don't. After saying that, I'm gone. I'm done.
Why is Joseph Park back?
That's what I don't get.
Does James Storm not care that his main man, Abyss, is just like roaming around as a guy with weird glasses and like a retarded I don't even know. You should be concerned.
You should. I picture Storm now, saying, screaming, "Where's Abyss?" And then Manic just looks at the TV screen and it shows just be more obnoxious with that water bottle, please, if you could. No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. Manic just looks at it and he's like, dude, he's in the ring. And James Storm is like, Manic, you idiot. That's Joseph Park. That's not Abyss. And just slaps him. Probably beats him senseless. But
I feel like the Revolution isn't even here anymore.
It's not. Manic's doing his own. Manic's just in the X Division just because that's a guy to have in the X Division match.
Oh, but they keep Koya, but they won't keep Gunner. Okay, logic. Okay, keep the stupid Indian guy.
Let's do it, man. I hope that's the thumbnail. I hope that's the random thumbnail. Yeah, so that happened. Are they that desperate on former TNA guys? I don't know. I'm sad. I'm sad about life. Bram beat him in a match that supposedly was hardcore, and then midway through the match, after they had killed each other with chairs and tables, Josh Matthews is like, "Oh yeah, Bram said from now on his matches are no disqualification." And I'm like, Josh, that would be a really good point to say before the match starts.
Yeah, I was like, oh, singles match, and he's grabbing weapons. I'm like, so it's no.
Your face is like, what? Have I been wrong this entire time? Can you use weapons in regular?
Okay, I don't think it actually kicked in until Bram brought in the chair. I'm like, that's a chair. You're gonna get DQ'd to Joseph Park.
Bram, calm down right now. You're losing it.
I don't know.
But yeah, Bram won. Good for him. Melinda is gonna face EY. We're gonna skip that segment because I know you have some harsh.
I'm not gonna say anything on here.
Well, Melendez is going to verse EY, which I'm fine with. I mean, I don't really care at this point. I hate TNA. No, I'm just kidding. But what do you think, Melendez EY? Do you see it being a good match?
It could be. I don't know. EY needs to step up his game. I haven't been into his matches lately, and I know Melendez is pretty good. So
I think EY's promo was better than his usual ones. I think his usual ones, his previous ones have been like garbage. But I thought that promo was better. He wasn't screaming the entire time. I feel like that's the only reason why he's a heel. He just screams.
How to become a heel 101, scream into the mic.
Just scream. That's what he does. Like Jake Roberts, be quiet. You don't have to be a heel. You don't have to scream everything and be so angry. Take a freaking chill pill. All right. Moving on. Jesse killed Zema Ion. Like, he's dead. Powerbomb looked brutal. That was awesome. Then he did the Boston Crab, which I'm fine with, but I really think he should do, since it looks just so brutal, I think he should do the Powerbomb, and then, like, when his feet are still kind of up, like, selling the Powerbomb, I think he should go right into the Boston Crab. It just felt like he killed him with a powerbomb, and then he kind of like, got all aggressive and started punching him and like screaming at him. I feel like powerbomb, Boston Crab, kill him. Just break his back in the process.
I would like that. And I love how Jesse, like, he makes those power bombs look just brutal. And then when he's standing there, like, you can see all like the veins in his muscles. It's like, holy shit, he's a monster. And then like the Boston Crab, I'm like, that's a perfect move.
Dude, yeah, I'm fine with that. I thought that was cool. And then, so you got the Boston Crab tap out. And then he was, like, choking Zema and saying, like, how he's nothing. And without Jesse, he wouldn't be tag champions. Jesse's the one that got the pins for the tag champ matches. And then he goes to pick up Zema, goes to, like, hurl him. And then Robbie E makes the save. So I'm thinking, where was Robbie E when he Zema Ion? I was like, was he just in the back, like, watching, looking around, and then saw that and was like, oh, dude, my bro's in trouble. So, I don't know.
It should be a good match at Slammiversary now.
Yeah.
That's what they announced, so
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Jesse versus Robbie E. I actually, I'm excited for that. I think Jesse would go over in that match, but I wish they had broken them up a while ago so they could really push this feud going. Like, it just seems so quick. Just so, like, 2 weeks ago they broke up and they're pissed off at each other now.
They haven't done much, like, against, like, Robbie and Jesse besides, like, what you remember when, like, Robbie pinned Jesse, like, 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
And then they did this, and that's, like, the only altercations that they had. They need, like, I don't know. I just want to see them, like, get in the ring and just start punching each other and, like, use a table or something to hype it up. I don't know. Something really good to get the fans behind it.
Yeah, I agree. But, you're going to be there, man. That's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're enough about you. We talked way too much about you during that segment. Awesome Kong and Brooke versus the Dollhouse. So if Dollhouse loses, then Awesome Kong and Brooke get to verse Taryn. If Kong and Brooke lose, then they never get to fight for the title. Cool. They did a finish where Brooke stood on Awesome Kong's shoulders, did an elbow drop, got the win. Next segment. No. What did you think about that?
It was one of the better matches on the show, to me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. And then nobody get confused here. Since Kong and Brooke won, they now be facing Taryn for the title, but not at Slammiversary.
It's July 1st, right?
Yeah, great. Another match to not put on your freaking pay-per-view.
That's so cool. Is any title going to be defended at Slammiversary? Like, are they just done with that?
I don't know.
Makes me sad. It makes me want to cry. But
I don't know what they're doing.
They're doing nothing. All right.
Watch them announce the tag team, the final match for the tag team belt to bell. Please, God, no. They'll do the fourth match next week and announce it at Slammiversary. Please, for the love of God, do not do that. That'd be awful. Then they'll put Joseph Park versus Bram on the pay-per-view with a 15-minute time limit.
I hate it. They'll be like, main event, Joseph Park versus Shark Boy. Let's make this happen. And everyone's just like, yes! Charles is just freaking out. He's like, thank you.
I'm sitting front row doing, hell yeah.
Yeah. Charles in front row. Yeah! Wait, are you front row at the show?
Yeah, I don't know like if it's hard camera or not, but we'll see.
Dude, I think I might tweet Dixie and be like, I'm buying your pay-per-view because I heard Charles Ponky's going to be there. That's it. That's all. That's the reason why I'm buying your pay-per-view. And she's like, what? Who is that? I'm like, Charles Ponky, the greatest man that ever lived? No, Aries? No, Ponky. All right. So, dude, moving on. James Storm kicked the baby. That was a segment. That was an actual segment. So I like this feud. I think it's making fun of someone's family. I mean, how does that not like get people pumped up or whatever? But get behind the storyline. But yeah, he took a fake baby, kicked it out of its like not car seat, kicked it out of its freaking thing, and he went full Snitsky on him. So that was cool. That's a match that's happening at Slammiversary. Are you excited for that match?
Kind of, because I'm thinking, oh, well, they can have a good match. I know that they both can wrestle pretty good,
Yeah.
But it depends on the time limit. And I feel like it needs a stipulation because there's so much like hate between them, basically. Like it needs something brutal, I guess.
I got the stipulation. Magnus's baby on a pole match. Let's make it happen. These actual
It's like the actual baby's just sitting there. Everyone's like, what the hell is this like? Is this torture?
Magnus is like, what? Why is my baby on here? No, but I hear Mickie James is like done with TNA. Like she's not even gonna do her final match.
Seriously?
That's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing she's not doing anything with TNA. I don't get the whole, James Storm have a final match, or have one more match. Like, why would she have one more match? Like, shouldn't the girl shouldn't it be a heel knockout making her want to have final match, not just randomly James Storm? Because it sounds like they're making James Storm versus Mickie James. Like that's what it sounds like they're going for.
It does. Maybe that's what they're gonna do.
Maybe that's what it is.
Bell to bell, Mickie James, James Storm, baby on the pole match.
Oh my gosh, man, we should book this show, seriously. All right, so yeah, James Storm kicked the baby. EC3 versus Lashley. We already talked about it. You brought up a good point in your review. Guys, go check out that review if you feel like, you want more TNA of WTNA 1. Yeah, all right. Why? Like, I did not get that whole thing where Lashley went for the spear and Tyrus was just like, hold on, let me wedge this chair in the corner. Don't look. Can you see it? Can you EC3? And EC3's like, you're a giant pushing a chair, wedging it into a corner. He can see it. And then he didn't see it. He just speared right into the chair.
It was bad. It was really bad. Like, and Lashley, like, is kind of like ducking his head down, like, oh, I don't see him wedging the chair. Like, Lashley, I know you see it. Stop.
And then I hated the part. It was like right after. Lashley pushes EC3, or one of them gets pushed into the refs. So, old man Earl Hebner flies out of the ring like a ragdoll. They see that happen. Lashley spears EC3, immediately goes for the pin. It's like, did you not just see Earl Hebner's frail body fly out of the ring after you got tackled by him? Like, it's just so random. And then, like, once again, fine with them keeping their MMA guy. They don't want him losing clean or whatever. I'm fine with that. MMA, Spike, Bellator, let's do this. But the fact that they had him hit by a chair, got a big ending by Tyrus finisher. EC3 hits him with chair, hits him with DDT, low blows, blah blah blah. He just kicked out of everything.
He, I don't know. It was stupid. It was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be good. Nope.
Yeah, it was awful. And then freaking, like, ref counts 1, 2, 3, and he kicks out. And then Josh Matthews made a stupid comment. He was like, Pope was saying, like, oh, no, this is what happened. So Brian Hebner comes in to count the pinfall, after Earl Hebner's, like, dead. Brian Hebner comes in, counts it 1, 2, kick out, and then Tyrus kills him because he's like, you didn't count to 3, whatever. And Josh Matthews is like, dude, he's not even the right official to this match, so he's not even able to make the pinfall or to count the pinfall. It's like, Josh Matthews, have you seen any match where a ref gets knocked out? Another ref always comes in and makes the count. So Josh Matthews, you suck. You
I feel
suck.
like is he trying to be the heel announcer?
Yeah,
Because he
that's
shouldn't.
he. That's what I. Yeah, he's a douchebag to Spud. He's always like Spud's my best friend, but he shouldn't have cashed in option C. He's dumb. He sucks. He's gonna lose Angle. So yeah, I think he's trying to be the heel. Like he feels like he's now the lead commentator. So he's like, I'm gonna be the heel role, but it doesn't go well at all.
Hope would be better as a heel, just naturally. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because he's done it before as a wrestler. He can definitely do it as a commentator.
Yeah, dude, you should right. Get this man on the phone. But dude, I'm gonna do the top of this segment. Like, you legit said you should do this, and I was like that's a good idea. So of the week, my opinion, 5 there with one spot and AJ Styles because they beat the Kingdom. I think that was pretty cool. So good for them. 4, Roderick Strong because he's strong. 3, no, because he won the #1 contendership. 3, Seth Rollins because he did defend his championship and won it clean, no help whatsoever. 2, Prince Puma because he survived an Iron Man match. Good for him. And 1, Mickey James. No, 1, Jay Lethal because that was amazing. That was such a good ending to that pay-per-view. Charles, dude, make a top 5 right now. Just start randomly pulling people.
Okay. I might just go from 1 to 5 because it'll make it easier for me.
Yeah.
Jay Lethal. Let's go with James Storm for kicking a baby at #2.
That's a good.
Number 3.
We're really going for #2 on James Storm. All right, cool. Number 3, the baby for taking the kick.
Yeah, for taking the bump off the stage. That was pretty crazy. That's the best bump off the stage I've seen since Zack Ryder.
Since Zack Ryder. All right, cool, man.
Number 4, John Cena. Let's be weird. He beat Kevin Owens.
He's always in my top 5 for some reason because he defends the championship every week.
He does. And then number 5, let's just go with that Alberto El Patron guy for saving the day, helping Puma.
Saving the day. All right, dude, that was cool. That was fun. All right, kick out segment. Or no, I'm sorry. Match of the week. What do you got for match of the week, man? I'd love to hear it.
So nothing from TNA. I kind of watched. I'm just gonna say Kingdom versus Bullet Club because I saw not all of it, but like 75% of that, and I didn't see any of the main event because the stream cut out. Thanks.
Dang, that sucks. That was a good match, though, by the way. Lethal, Briscoe, it was intense. I don't know. I thought this was so hard because it's Puma versus Mundo, an Iron Man match. But I think, honestly, I'd go with Kingdom versus Bullet Club because that would be a match where I'd be like, hey, I just want to watch a good match. I mean, Iron Man matches could get long, just being like, I just want to get to the part where he spears them and kills them on 4 tables. But Kingdom versus Bullet Club, I thought, just from the suck-its to the super kicks to everything, I thought was awesome. So I'm going to go with Bullet Club versus Kingdom. Too sweet. All right, kick out segment. What do you got? Positives in wrestling, bro.
Jesus, man. Jay Lethal winning the title is probably the most positive thing I've heard all week.
Dude, that's it. All right, kick out segment. Jay Lethal won the title. All right, guys, thanks. Jay Lethal, Ring of Honor pay-per-view was fun. Kevin Owens crippled John Cena. That was cool. Puma, Iron Man match. Cool.
Yeah.
Dude, that's it. We got that. That was it. That was a segment right there. All right.
Good.
We're done. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter @7WERocks. We have like 2 viewers. One is watching now. We had like 3 at one point. That's pretty impressive. So my mom, my dad, and the fake baby because he wanted some sympathy. But dude, you got what?
The baby that got kicked off the stage was watching the show live.
That's what I said, baby. All right, so you got any final words to this? We're gonna too sweet it. We're gonna too sweet, and then final words.
Congrats to Jay Lethal. That's basically it.
You
deserve it.
Just like the chant, like the announcers weren't saying anything. They were just chanting, "You deserve it," and he was like crying with both titles, and that's how it ended. I was like, that is the perfect way to end it.
That is.
And then Ric Flair came out and killed him because he beat him at TNA.
I could see that, actually.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, so future segment for Ring of Honor. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Charles. Have a great day.